Morning. I'm Kevin. Welcome to Lumber and Lures. As you can tell, my old sawmill is gone. It's at its new owner. Very happy fella he is. And I'm going to get this guy rigged in. But I noticed on cleaning this skid up, that rail has twisted a bit, so I've got to do a little bit of doctoring up on my skid before I get my bed rails on. So you can join me doing that. A couple more days and we'll be into 2026. And then who knows what's going on, but we're gonna keep trying to bring you lumber and lures. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. So I'm gonna start the loader, get that warming up, take the tarp off the new Wood-Mizer, and we'll have a look around and putz away at this today. Get as much done as we can. I see my memory card's getting a little low. So we'll have to go get the loader started and get that tarp off, and then you know what? I'll bet you we'll be out of juice. So bear with me. Machine is absolutely amazing. I know you've heard me say this before, but there's nothing digital involved with this thing, and I mean nothing. And that's the great thing about it. Let's go take the tarp off my new toy. While the old green machine is warming up. bolt it right back down to the pallet that it shipped on once I get the beds off. What a beautiful machine. Yeah, they don't give you too good of a place to latch on with the swing though. I don't like that. Space. Okay, I'm going to shut this camera off for a little while. I got to get some slings and what have you. Get the loader on this thing and away we go. Pretty soon, that girl is going into here. After having 3 mills, this one being my 3rd, I've learned a lot about setting these guys up. My first one was an LT50. It was easy. Pull in, set her up, and as long as you're level side to side, it don't matter. That trapezoid held it flat, and that was the thing, flat. It doesn't necessarily have to be level, the length of the log. It just has to be flat. And of course, level side to side. That's a given. Same with these lower priced mills. And here's what I found about 6 months ago with my woodland. I built this skid specifically for it. And this side, if you can look at the string, she's pretty good and flat. But this side, this guy, the sill has twisted. If you look at that string, you can see she's twisted and sagged in the middle. It's bowed down the whole side of this thing, and you can see that. So what I'm going to do, these cross members that are going across, they're coming up to the string, and I knew this 6 months ago because I adjusted the feet on my mill, and I went and got these guys a couple weeks back, knowing that I'm going to do this. So I'm going to use some cedar shims. I'm going to leave the cant right where it's at. It's done, it's moving. I'm just going to shim up from it, get this level side to side, and it's off just a little bit to the south, but it's flat, and flat is everything. So I'm not going to bore you by showing you what I'm going to do. I'll turn the camera on once I get going with some shimming here. It's going to be a long process, but hey, this is cool. New mill, get the foundation right bang on, and then all you got to do is basically set her on there and damn near be ready to cut. Those of you who don't know, this is my lovely bride, Lisa, of 40 years. She's been putting up with my
You're not supposed to say that.
and, well, I can say what I want.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can.
Josh can't believe it.
You might be able to. You never know. Anyway, this is my beautiful bride. She's helping me. Please bear with me. I might get a little short with her. I would never do that. As I showed you earlier, this side needs to be shimmed, so I'm going to leave the timber alone because it's done its thing. I'm going to shim up from it. And like I said, I've got some nice cedar shims that I'm going to do this for. So I've got everything marked out for the feet placement of the new beds. And I'm just going to get these cross members shimmed up so we can tomorrow put the beds on. So have a look, see what you think. Comments, please, would be great. Okay, we're gonna start shimming up, and then it'll be time to head on in. It's getting late, so I'd like to get her all shimmed in one bed on here anyway before I call it a night. But I need another battery. We've got the bed all level, ready to go. I am going to bring in one section and get it on here and see what some orange paint looks like inside this saw shack. Good old Wood-Mizer orange. Let's see what goes on here. Gonna love it. Okay, so I gotta get number 1 on, and then number 2. Okay, we can do that. But not till tomorrow. Well, thanks for joining me today. We've got a lot of work done. Oh, and I'm tired. So we're gonna start fresh tomorrow and go from there. Good night all. Like, share, and subscribe. Give me some comments.
Next time on Lumber and Lures.
Got a fire going. Now I'm gonna go get the Herman Nelson, which is a brand name of a propane heater. In Canada, we've been calling them Herman Nelsons for years because I think that might have been one of the first brands that ever come up with this. This one's called the Mr. Heater. And let me be the first to say, they work great.